Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Georgie Jacobs tōku whenua no Aotearoa hau, nau mai, ara mai. Kia ora, my name is Georgie, I'm from New Zealand, welcome to my channel. For those that have been coming along with me on this journey, thank you very, very much and thank you for your comments. For those that have just become new subbies, welcome aboard. I'm so excited to have you here, and I've got a couple of shout outs, so I'll put mention at the end of this in my description. And we have Mandy Girl, she's a good friend of mine, so thank you for coming aboard, Mando. Kathleen Chandler, Mangawhiri, and also Star. Those are the ones I could find, so if you haven't made it public on my channel, I'm unable to see if you've subscribed. So don't forget to make it public, don't forget to hit the bell. Now I really do sound like a YouTuber. So what we're going to do today, and as promised, I said I would do the snow moon in Leo. Astrologically, you know, we've been looking at the moonology, looking at the moon cycles, and I'm finding it really, really interesting. Last month we had the wolf moon in Cancer. So this month we have the snow moon in Leo. And obviously it's going to be the worm moon in Virgo for March. But because we've just gone into Pisces seasons, everything's about dreaming, you know, it's an exciting energy to be in, actually, because you can have whatever you want in this energy. So, you know, after preparing things in February, March, we'll be going into making it become tangible. So let's go back and look at January and what was a cardinal sign. You know, how do we know what it means and stuff like that? So let's go back and have a look at what a cardinal sign is. So a cardinal sign, and the 4 zodiac signs that fall under this is Aries, Cancer, Libra and Capricorn. And as we go down, we can start looking at what it's all about. So they are the initiators, eh? They begin projects and stuff like that. And of course, sometimes they are unable to complete their task, therefore the fixed signs come in and the mutable signs. But we will go into that a little bit deeper when I find it. So the wolf moon in January first came to us on the 3rd of January. It signifies a powerful time for inner reflection, intuition and establishing new intentions for the year, which makes sense because it's a new year, it's a #1 universal year, so it's all about, you know, getting those juices flowing with it, whatever you've got in your mind, whatever it is that you want to do. And now let me just grab my notes. For those 4 cardinal signs, the cardinal signs meaning they were called and release and transform. That's what they had to do. And the 4 signs: Aries, a chance to connect with their core values. Cancer was a new sense of self and relationships. Libra, a better career path. And Capricorn, motivation to heal partnerships. So that was for those cardinal signs, in the month of January. So we got the snow moon in Leo on the 1st of Feb. It's also called the storm moon, and they are fixed signs. So fixed signs are Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius and Taurus, and they are told to take action. So Leo, identity, self-expression and leadership. Aquarius, collective responsibility versus personal authenticity Taurus, personal values, security and attachments to family patterns. Familiar patterns, I should say. Let's read that again. Taurus, personal values, security and attachments to familiar patterns. And last, Scorpio, emotional depth, power dynamics and underlying truths. Right, I can put that away now. As we look a little bit deeper into the 4 fixed signs, let's go back and have a look. So the snow moon, February's full moon, spiritually symbolises a time for deep introspection, purification and preparing for renewal, often encouraging us to clear away old emotional baggage. It represents the stillness of winter, encouraging patience, resilience and inner quiet growth before the spring. So yet again in the southern hemisphere we will be looking at summer going into autumn. The key spiritual themes for the snow moon. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Introspection and stillness. It is a time to look inward, reflect on life's paths, and embrace the quiet, subtle, and profound interchanges. Purification and release. The energy supports clearing out mental or emotional clutter, making it a good time for cleansing rituals such as taking a salt bath. And I love soaking my feet in Epsom salts. You know, it helps with the tension of muscles as well as anything else that's going on in your body, but it helps relaxes yourself and it helps purify, obviously. Clearing out mental or emotional clutter in one's mind, But also, if you look at your home, it reflects who you are. So if you've got a lot of clutter, start getting rid of it. You know, start donating it, give it away, whatever you want to do. Sell it if it's, you know, worth anything. Quiet preparation, similar to nature, it is a period for planting seeds for future growth and nurturing intentions for the upcoming spring. Resilience and survival, drawing from its historical roots as the hungry moon or bony moon, it symbolises endurance, strength, and finding inner light during times of scarcity or hardship. And authenticity and self-expression. Depending on the astrological sign it falls in, Leo or Aquarius, this moon can bring a fire under your passions, prompting you to be more authentic and unapologetic in your self-expression. The weather outside isn't the best, but I'm keeping an eye on there because my washing is out there. So as soon as I see the first sign of any drips, I'll put it on pause. Okay, let's carry on. So just bear with me because I'm just going through notes and also online. I've just got so many things all over the place. February's full moon arrives quietly, wrapped in winter stillness. And this was Sunday the 1st of February, known as the snow moon. This lunar moment invites us to slow down, turn inward and release what feels heavy after the long stretch of winter, in our case summer. It's not a moon of bold beginnings or big declarations. It's one that gently asks us to pause, breathe and trust the natural rhythm of rest. As snow blankets the earth, the snow moon reminds us that even in stillness something meaningful is happening beneath the surface. which makes sense. They always say the quiet before the storm. Why is it called the snow moon? Obviously this is in America. They have the heaviest fall of snow, making travel difficult and resources harder to come by long before modern calendars. People use the moon to track seasonal shifts, and this full moon marked the deepest point of winter. Some indigenous tribes also refer to February's moon as the hunger moon, acknowledging how scarce food could be during this time. Survival required patience, preparation, and trust that winter would eventually give way to spring. In European folklore, snow was often seen as a purifier, covering the land, protecting it, and preserving what will grow later. Symbolically, the snow moon becomes associated with endurance, quiet strength, and honouring natural cycles rather than fighting them. This is a moon that asks us to take inventory emotionally, mentally, and energetically. What are you still carrying from earlier in the season? What feels heavy, draining, or no longer necessary? The snow moon isn't about forcing clarity or change. It's about creating space so clarity can arrive on its own. Think of it as a pause point, a breath before a momentum occurs or returns. Spiritually, the snow moon is deeply introspective. It's believed to support emotional release, inner honesty, and gentle clearing, especially for those feeling winter fatigue or emotional overload. Metaphysically, the full moon is often associated with letting go of emotional patterns that no longer serve you, resting without guilt, gaining clarity through stillness, and creating energetic space before new growth. There's no pressure to manifest or set big intentions right now. The energy of this moon supports listening rather than doing. There's even some rituals that you might like to do. Sit near a window or light a candle. Hold a calming stone such as a moonstone or selenite. Take a few slow breaths and ask yourself, what am I ready to let rest? What can I gently release? Final thoughts of the snow moon reminds us that winter has its own wisdom. Growth doesn't always look active or visible. Sometimes it happens quietly beneath the surface. As February unfolds, let the full moon be a moment of gentleness. Trust that rest is part of the process and that clarity come when it's ready. Well, that was really interesting, wasn't it? I'm just looking up to see if there's anything else that I can refer to with the snow moon. Now let's look at the snow moon in Leo. And I don't know what has just happened there, but here we go. 4 fixed signs. Fixed signs in astrology: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius are the doers. So when we looked at the cardinal signs, they were the initiators, they were the leaders, they started new projects. Fixed signs in astrology are the doers and stabilizers of the zodiac, representing the middle of each season. Known for being dependable, determined, and tenacious, they excel at building upon plans, maintaining stability, and seeing tasks through to completion, though they can be stubborn and resistant to change. And that's one thing I can actually say about fixed signs, because I'm a Leo and we don't like change. unless we're part of the process, you know. But if you were just to come up and say, oh, by the way, you know, it's all changed now, you'll hear about it. So it's not just Leo, you've got the other three fixed signs as well that will not like that. So let's break it down a little bit more. The key characteristics of fixed signs. The traits are dependable, loyal, persistent, focused, stubborn, and consistent. The role, they follow through on the initiatives started by cardinal signs. Seasonality, they appear in the middle of a season. Taurus in spring, Leo summer, Scorpio fall, and Aquarius winter. And in the northern hemisphere, Taurus will be autumn, Leo winter, Scorpio spring, and of course Aquarius will be summer. Elemental focus, they turn the ideas of the respective elements into tangible, lasting results. So as the doers, they make it happen, right? So it's like thoughts become things. Whatever you think of, you can, you know, bring it into reality. It's starting to get a bit dark now. So I'm just going to put it on pause and go and grab my washing off the line. Oh, what? And I'm back. I think it's going to pour down with rain, so I'm glad I did that. So let's carry on. Oh, hang on, just get my breath back. Oh, crazy, I'm getting too old. Seasonality, they appear in the middle of the season. Taurus, spring, oh, I've read that. The four fixed signs. Taurus, earth, focuses on building security, stability, and accumulating material resources. Leo, fire, focuses on consistency, loyalty, and holding centre stage with confidence. Now, that always bothers me when they say holding centre stage. Most Leos that I know, we don't like being in the limelight. We like being in the back. However, we get pushed into the limelight. Obviously, they feel that we can uphold whatever it is that, you know, you do in the centre stage, and 9 times out of 10 we end up cracking it. No, it looks like we've been doing it all our lives, but realistically we haven't, you know, and we're put in the spotlight. So there we go. Scorpio, water, focuses on intensity and deep emotional commitment and transformation. Aquarius, air, focuses on dedication to long-term goals, social causes, and intellectual stability. Fixed signs are valued for their reliability and ability to persevere through obstacles, often acting as the foundation for friendship and work environments. Amazing. I love learning new things, don't you? Okay, so that was the trademarks of the fixed signs, or the characteristics of the fixed signs. Now what I'm going to do is, if you had seen me do a video on unboxing a set of cards a deck of cards that I was given, that I got. Where are you? I had it here a moment ago. Oh, there you are. Alright, so it's called the Moonlit Legends, and I loved it. I'm glad this came in, because I was actually waiting for the Moonology cards to come, but instead that came, and guess what? It worked out even better. Alright, so in this deck, we're going to have a look at the snow moon in Leo. And so the snow moon, I'm just going to look over here because I've got the card, and I'll show you in a moment. Take a moment to pause and clear your mind. Reflect on where you are and prepare for what's coming next. So this is the snow moon. And of course, it's in the star sign of Leo. So the beginning, or the new moon in Leo. Alright, and it says, unleash your creativity and step into the spotlight with confidence. So it's about creativity, confidence, and self-expression. Now, when we look at these two cards, the snow moon and Leo, I can't read that writing below because it's like a yellowy colour. But realistically, it's just telling you to pause and clear your mind. Focus and reflect on where you are and prepare for what's coming next. So January and February is about preparation, because in March things are going to start moving, right? So like I said, I don't know if I did say it actually in this video, but we've just moved into Pisces series, Pisces star sign, and it's all about dreaming, eh? Thoughts become things, and that's where you can start manifesting, you know, start planning things for March. So let's see what's happening throughout, what has happened, I should say, throughout February, and that way you can reflect to see if any of this resonated with you. So the full moon in Leo. Oh, and we've got one more thing to look at. Because it was the new moon in Leo, you see the crescent moon there? And then you see that one coming in as well. So we're going to read that. I just love the way these cards come together. So igniting the new moon. This is the moment to spark new ideas and take bold action towards your desires. And that's what I was saying. It's all about prepping, putting things into perspective. And then we look at the full moon in Leo. And that's this one. And that says, celebrate your achievements and express your authentic self. It's about celebration, pride, and authenticity. I can only speak by my own experience, but I know that I've been doing quite a lot, you know, this month. And like decluttering, so I've been doing that, getting rid of things. Yeah, all that, you know. So February, it does resonate with me with the snow moon in Leo. And lastly, we're going to have a look at the overflowing full moon. Your efforts culminate in abundance and success. Celebrate the overflowing rewards of your dedication. So it's about abundance, completion, and celebration. Wow. These cards are amazing. So that's what I have for you for the snow moon in Leo. I hope it resonated with you. Let me know in the comments below if it did. And we'll see how the month of March has in store for us. So it's still worm moon in February, you know, and so on and so on. But we'll go over that as we start getting towards the end of March. If you got any ideas how I can make this even more fulfilling for you, please put them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Like I said, I'm aiming for my silver plaque from YouTube. So the more that subscribes, the faster I'll get there. So for those that... Oh, I've been doing readings as well. So I've been a little bit busy. For those that have had a reading from me, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment below so that I can see that you are on board with me. But on that, thank you for being here. Thank you for following me. Thank you for all the wonderful comments. I really appreciate that. And I'll see you on the flip side. Ka kite.